Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a clean graphic project to share with you. I'm going to start with some Simon Says Stamp solid color cardstock and I'm going to strip it up. Now, from time to time, on occasion, I have been called a card making stripper. And that's just because I like to strip it up on cards. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't read into it. Just have a good chuckle. Okay, so now I am not measuring. I'm cutting some thicker, some thinner, because I feel like it. And I kind of like the look of that variation on thickness. So I've got a little schoolhouse red, and then I finish it off with a little dull pink. And this is not a full rainbow. It's like a halvesy. It's like a warm tone rainbow. Now this is Simon Says Stamp new tape runner, which I'm very excited about because I love tape and I love anything adhesive. Back in the day when I started my blog 10 years ago, you know what I called it? Double stick heaven, because I have a love affair with double-sided tape. Yes, indeed. So when Simon Says Stamp came out with a tape runner, I was like, thank you very much. I know you didn't do it for me, but I'm just going to pretend you did. Okay, so I started with lemon chiffon, and I'm working my way through the rainbow order. Okay, a little lipstick red, little schoolhouse red, and then finished off with dull pink. Now I had to put a little tape runner on that one because I need a little extra. Okay, now there's lots of different ways you can trim off the excess here. You can use scissors, but what I like to use is the old paper trimmer. I feel like I get it nice and sharp as a tack, and it makes me feel like I've got my life together. Okay, now for the stripped up panel, I'm going to take one of the nested circle dies and die cut a circle window opening right into those strips. Don't be afraid. Okay, this will make a beautiful frame for the sentiment. Okay, so I have a white card base, and then I have my stripped up panel, which I'm going to center, hold it down with the magnet. Now for a sentiment, I'm using this Spring Bouquets stamp set because I love the fonts on the sentiments in this set. I really do. And I love this Sending Love. It's kind of a classic all-purpose. You can use it for many occasions. I'm going to stamp it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. One time, boom. I love the VersaFine. It just never lets me down. Okay, now here's something where you go the extra mile. I have a little bit of vellum. What I'm going to do is take the next size smaller of the nested circle dies, and I'm going to die cut the vellum, and this is going to create a double frame. Sometimes when you feel like kicking it up that extra notch, do a double frame. You'll be so glad you did. I mean, it just makes you look like you're a class act. Okay, so I'm going to pop up the panel onto the vellum. Now you could adhere the vellum flat down onto the card base, but because I've gone this far, you know, you might as well go the extra mile. And like I say, dimension is life. So foam tape on the vellum. So you've got the double, got the double pop, and you got the double frame. It's like double the love. Okay, take off that tape runner, center it onto the white card base, and bada boom. I mean, it's clean, it's mean, it's like you mean business. More vellum, laying it down on the old Misty. This time I'm going to emboss some foliage. This is the Birthday Seedlings stamp set. And what I'm going to do is emboss a couple of these leaves in white onto vellum. So I'm rubbing it down with the magic powder bag. Going to ink it up with VersaFine, or not VersaFine, Versamark. And this time I like to stamp it twice to make it nice. Whenever I emboss, I stamp it twice. It's like superstition. You just want to make sure you got good coverage so that all that embossing powder sticks. I'm using some Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. Now here's the thing. Because I have this real bright, bold, stripy design going on my card, but I want to add something, vellum is the way to go. When you want to add, especially foliage, I love to do vellum foliage on a card. It just gives it that extra flair, but it doesn't compete. You know what I mean? It's like clear and sheer, but it's fantastic. Okay, so I use the coordinating Birthday Seedling dies, and I'm going to use a little Barely Arts glue, just a little dabble do ya on the ends, and I'm going to kind of getting in there and just like hugging the sentiment. and a little bit on the top, a little bit on the bottom, not much. And there you have. I'll take an acrylic block to put over top of these, just to press it down for about a couple minutes. Let it marinate. Now the last thing, a little embellishment. This is the Little Things from Lucy. These are her moonstones. They're kind of a milky white droplet that I just thought was the icing on the cake. You got the milky white droplets, you got the vellum action, you got the double frame, and then you got the rainbow stripes going on an angle. I'm sending you some graphic love today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.